A very good afternoon. You're with us here on Times 9. Those are the top stories we are following for you on the show at 2. And this is our top focus story right now. After Yakub Memon, now the appeasement politics that we've seen over Afzal Guru has been reignited. The National Conference now is demanding the return of the mortal remains of Afzal Guru. They say that when Yakub's mortal remains were handed over to his family, why is Afzal Guru's family being deprived of his body?
Afzal Guru was hung by the UPA regime in the center. We had opposed this whole, death sentence and asked for clemency for him and that his sentence be commuted to life. We did that on the floor of the assembly. We think that hanging Afzal Guru was a wrong decision. There is a clear perception in Kashmir that he did not receive a fair trial. And to a certain degree, there is credibility to that argument. We have now demanded his mortal remains, not for the first time. We demanded that while we were in power in the state, and we will continue to demand it. Because if you could hand over Yakub Memon's body to his family, and rightly so, why have a different yardstick for Afzal Guru? Our working president and the former chief minister of the state, Mr. Abdullah, had written to the Prime Minister of India, the then Prime Minister of India, asking for the body of Afzal Guru to be returned to his family. He has been given a death sentence. That is a part of a judicial debate, and that debate is also an open debate. You can't say that you can't contest the judgment of the Supreme Court. You can debate it respectfully. But now that he has been hung, to imprison his body in a prison, that defeats the whole idea of India, the idea of democracy. We don't frankly care what news channels will make this all about. The fact of the matter is that we have demanded his body, and today we are yet again reiterating our demand that his body be returned to his family, his mortal remains be returned to his family for burial in Kashmir in his family graveyard.
And in the meantime, the opposition now is questioning the stand taken by the National Conference, accusing them of appeasement politics, also of encouraging the fringe elements.
State National Conference is trying to play politics on the issue. It was a National Conference which was in the government at that point of time when Afzal Guru was hanged. They were running the show in Jammu and Kashmir. Why did they not agitate at that point of time? And why is it that when they are in the opposition now, they are trying to create an issue out of it? This is out and out politics. Rather than indulging in such politicking on this sensitive issue, they must learn from their defeat, their humiliating defeat that they suffered recently, and try to concentrate on the issues facing the state of J&K, and try to revive their party rather than playing political cards.
You feel that by raking up the issue of Afzal Guru, they are trying to regain the lost ground in Kashmir? That is what actually National Conference is doing.
You see, it appears that the two political parties, the PDP and the National Conference, are in competition with each other to woo the separatists and the fringe elements for their political motives. And this statement, it's only made with the objective of appeasing such elements, the separatists as well as the Hurriyat and the like-minded parties, which always have been talking of separatism and giving anti-national slogans. So this is, we believe, out-and-out politics.
There has been a demand in Kashmir, and that demand, I'm sure, in future will be more, because just because it is generally been seen across the world, and particularly in our country, irrespective of religion, whosoever has been hanged to death, their bodies have been handed over to their family members. Now, the recent cases are of Afzal Guru and this Yakub Memon. Since the Yakub Memon's body has been handed over to the members of his family, so after having done so, I'm sure there will be more voices that why should we, pick and choose in handing over the dead bodies to the members of the family.